Hello everyone. Welcome back into our class. For today's lesson is all about comparing fraction. Let's try to compare fractions. Comparing fractions. What does comparing mean? Comparing meaning to differentiate. How would we compare fractions? What do you think? How can we compare fractions? We can use greater than, lesser than, and then equal. So you can see the three symbols. For example, we have here, which is bigger, 3/4 or 2/4? So since we have the same denominator, so we can just compare our numerator. So which is greater than 3 or 2? So you can see here, 3/4 blank 2/4. So which is greater than? Is it 3/4 or 2/4? 3/4 is greater than 2/4 or larger than 2/4. How about this one? We have to compare 2/4 and 3/8. You can see that our denominator aren't the same. So 8 and 4 is not the same. So what are we going to do? So we need to find a number that we can multiply it first by 4 to make it 8. So what do you think is the number that we can multiply it by 4? So it is 2. Very good. So we need to multiply it by 2. So 4 times 2, that is equivalent to 8. Then 2 times 2, that is equivalent to 4. Now we can compare. Since 2/4, that is equivalent to 4/8. So which is greater than 2/4 or 3/8? So it is 2/4 is greater than 3/8. Another example, 2/5 and 7/15. We have 2/5 and 7/15. So since our denominator aren't the same, what are we going to do again? We need to find a number that we can multiply it by 5. So what do you think is the number that we can multiply it by 5 to make it 15? It is times 3. Very good. So 5 times 3, that is equivalent to 15. Then 2 times 3, that is equivalent to 6. So which is greater than? Since we have now 6/15, both denominator are the same. So which is greater than? 2/5 is lesser than 7/15. Last we have here 2/5 and then 4/5. So which is greater than? So is this greater than or lesser than? So it is lesser than. So how about here? We have three fractions. We have 2/5, 4/5, and 1/5. Since all of the denominators are the same, we can just compare our numerator. So 2/5 is blank to 4/5. What do you think? Is it lesser than, greater than, or is it equal? So 2/5 is lower than 4/5 or lesser than 4/5. How about 4/5 blank 1/5? What do you think? So 4/5 is greater than 1/5. Last we have here 1/8, 1/4, and 1/2. Since our denominator aren't the same, so we need to find a number that we can multiply it by 4 and 2 to make it 8. So what do you think? So we can multiply it by 2. So we have 1 times 2, that is equivalent to 2. Then 4 times 2, that is equivalent to 8. How about 2? What are we going to multiply it by 2 to make it 8? So it is 4. Very good. So 1 times 4, that is equivalent to 4. Then 2 times 4, that is equivalent to 8. Now we can compare these fractions. So which is greater than 1/8 or 1/4? So it is lesser than. So 1/8 is lesser than 1/4. How about 1/4 blank 1/2? What is your answer? So it is lesser than. Since 1/4, so you can see that 2, when you multiply it by 2, that is equivalent to 2/8. Then 1/2, that is equivalent to 4/8. So 1/4 is lesser than 1/2. So which fraction is bigger? So last example we have here. Which fraction is bigger? 2/6, 4/6, or 1/6? So 2/6 is lesser than 4/6. How about 4/6 and 1/6? Which is greater than or lesser than? So 4/6 is greater than 1/6. So I hope you know how to solve this following, how to get or how. So I hope you know how to compare fractions using greater than, lesser than, and equal. So when it's not, or when the denominator is not the same, are not the same, when the denominator are not the same, we need to find a number that we can multiply it by this lesser number to make it the same with the higher number. Then we can compare both fractions. So see you again in our next video.